Welcome to Framework, the podcast that makes the NIST cybersecurity framework practical, engaging, and accessible. Whether you're a cybersecurity professional, business leader, or simply curious about how organizations defend against cyber threats, this series is for you. This podcast is inspired by a comprehensive guide to the NIST Cybersecurity Framework 2.0, a best-selling resource written by cybersecurity expert Dr. Jason Edwards and trusted by professionals worldwide. In each episode, we'll leverage a few insights from Jason's extensive book to dive deep into CSF 2.0, unpacking every function, category, and subcategory with real-world applications you can immediately use. If you're enjoying this episode and want to learn more, head over to cyberauthor.me to grab your copy of the book and access additional resources to enhance your cybersecurity journey. You can also visit baremetalcyber.com, where over 2 million people last year explored expert insights, articles, and practical tools across a wide range of cybersecurity topics. GV.RR-02, clarifying cybersecurity roles and responsibilities. GV.RR-02 ensures that organizations clearly define, assign, and communicate cybersecurity roles and responsibilities across all business units, ensuring accountability and structured security governance. This subcategory belongs to the governed function within the National Institute of Standards and Technology Cybersecurity Framework, version 2.0, emphasizing that cybersecurity is an enterprise-wide responsibility that requires structured role assignments, clear authority lines, and well-documented accountability measures to support security enforcement and incident response efforts. Without well-defined cybersecurity roles, organizations risk role ambiguity, misalignment of security responsibilities, and inconsistent security policy enforcement, leading to gaps in cybersecurity governance and increased exposure to cyber threats. Clarifying cybersecurity roles and responsibilities ensures that all employees, from executive leadership to technical teams and frontline staff, understand their specific cybersecurity obligations, enabling faster incident response, more effective risk mitigation, and improved compliance with regulatory requirements. A structured approach to cybersecurity role definition allows organizations to create a security culture, improve coordination across departments, and ensure that cybersecurity risk management efforts are consistently applied across all business functions. Organizations that establish formalized cybersecurity role assignments, enforce clear accountability structures, and integrate cybersecurity responsibilities into business processes develop a resilient security posture that enhances risk visibility and operational security. Multiple stakeholders are involved in defining and enforcing cybersecurity roles and responsibilities. Executive leadership and board members establish strategic security objectives, approve cybersecurity budgets, and ensure security governance aligns with enterprise priorities. Chief Information Security Officers and security teams implement structured cybersecurity policies, oversee risk assessments, and enforce technical security controls to mitigate cyber risks effectively. Compliance officers and legal teams ensure that cybersecurity role definitions align with regulatory requirements, industry security frameworks, and contractual security obligations, minimizing legal risks and strengthening compliance readiness. Cybersecurity roles and responsibilities are clarified through formal security governance policies, structured security role documentation, and continuous training programs for employees. This includes defining role-specific security responsibilities in job descriptions, ensuring that cybersecurity responsibilities are integrated into performance evaluations, and conducting regular training programs to reinforce security role awareness. Organizations that fail to establish clear cybersecurity roles and responsibilities risk inconsistent security enforcement, lack of coordination in incident response, and weak security accountability structures, increasing the likelihood of compliance failures and operational security gaps. Several key terms define cybersecurity: role clarity and its role in enterprise security governance. Role-based security access ensures that employees receive security permissions based on their specific job responsibilities, reducing the risk of unauthorized access and insider threats. Security governance committees oversee enterprise-wide security policy enforcement, ensuring that cybersecurity responsibilities are clearly defined and consistently applied across all departments. Security awareness training involves educating employees on their cybersecurity responsibilities, ensuring that they understand best practices for handling sensitive data, identifying phishing attacks, and maintaining compliance with security policies. Incident response role assignments ensure that each member of an incident response team has clearly defined duties during a security event, preventing delays in containment and mitigation efforts. Cybersecurity risk ownership assigns specific risk management duties to individuals or teams, ensuring that cyber risks are proactively identified and mitigated within each business function. Challenges in clarifying cybersecurity roles and responsibilities often lead to confusion over security enforcement, inconsistent application of security policies, and slow response times during cybersecurity incidents. One common issue is overlapping or undefined cybersecurity roles, where multiple teams assume that another department is responsible for specific security tasks, leading to security gaps and uncoordinated risk mitigation efforts. Another issue is failure to integrate cybersecurity responsibilities into employee performance evaluations, resulting in low prioritization of security tasks and a lack of accountability for security failures. Some organizations mistakenly believe that cybersecurity is solely the responsibility of the IT department, without recognizing that all employees play a role in cybersecurity governance, from executives defining security strategies to frontline employees maintaining security hygiene. When organizations clearly define cybersecurity roles and responsibilities, they improve security policy enforcement, enhance incident response coordination, and ensure that all employees understand their security obligations. A structured cybersecurity role assignment framework ensures that security tasks are assigned to the appropriate personnel, risk ownership is clearly established, and cybersecurity governance efforts remain aligned with business objectives. Organizations that implement formal cybersecurity role assignment policies, enforce structured cybersecurity accountability frameworks, and integrate security responsibilities into enterprise-wide governance strategies, develop a comprehensive security model that strengthens operational resilience and reduces security vulnerabilities. Organizations that fail to define and communicate cybersecurity roles and responsibilities risk operational inefficiencies, security policy misalignment, and ineffective risk management strategies. Without clear role assignments, security responsibilities become fragmented, leading to delays in incident response, inconsistent enforcement of security controls, and miscommunication between business units. A common issue is lack of role-based access control, where employees receive unnecessary system privileges due to undefined or loosely enforced security role policies, increasing the risk of insider threats and unauthorized access to sensitive data. Another significant challenge is failure to integrate cybersecurity responsibilities into business decision-making, where executives overlook security considerations when planning technology investments or operational expansions, leading to vulnerabilities that could have been addressed earlier in the process. By clarifying cybersecurity roles and responsibilities, organizations ensure that security policies are consistently enforced, employees understand their cybersecurity obligations, and cybersecurity risk management efforts align with business objectives. A structured approach to cybersecurity role definition allows organizations to streamline security operations, improve coordination between security teams and business units, and ensure that cybersecurity governance is effectively maintained at all organizational levels. Organizations that define clear security roles, enforce structured security accountability models, and integrate cybersecurity responsibility into performance evaluations enhance their ability to mitigate security risks proactively and maintain a strong security culture. At the partial tier, organizations lack formal cybersecurity role definitions, leading to unclear security responsibilities, weak security policy enforcement, and inconsistent risk mitigation strategies. Cybersecurity risk management efforts are reactive, with no formal documentation of security responsibilities, leaving employees uncertain about their security obligations. A small business at this level may fail to define specific security roles, resulting in employees managing cybersecurity tasks informally and inconsistently, increasing the likelihood of security vulnerability. At the risk-informed tier, organizations begin to establish structured cybersecurity roles, ensuring that security responsibilities are partially defined and communicated within security teams. However, cybersecurity role definitions may still be unclear outside the IT department, with limited awareness of security obligations among non-technical employees. A mid-sized retailer at this level may implement role-based access control for critical business applications, but fail to train employees on their cybersecurity responsibilities, leading to unintentional security breaches caused by human error. At the repeatable tier, organizations implement fully structured cybersecurity role assignment policies, ensuring that security responsibilities are clearly defined, documented, and enforced across all departments. Cybersecurity governance frameworks are fully integrated into enterprise-wide risk management strategies, and employees receive role-specific security training to ensure consistent adherence to security policies. A financial institution at this stage may require security awareness training for all employees, establish dedicated security roles within different business units, and enforce structured security access controls based on job responsibilities. At the adaptive tier, organizations employ real-time security role management systems, AI-driven security behavior analytics, and automated identity governance frameworks to continuously evaluate and adjust cybersecurity role assignments based on emerging threats and business needs. Cybersecurity responsibilities are fully integrated into enterprise performance management frameworks, ensuring that all employees understand and fulfill their security obligations dynamically. A global technology company at this level may implement automated access management platforms that assign and adjust security permissions based on real-time risk assessments, ensuring that cybersecurity role assignments remain aligned with evolving business priorities. Cybersecurity role clarification aligns with multiple controls in the National Institute of Standards and Technology Special Publication 800-53, ensuring that organizations implement structured cybersecurity governance models and well-defined role-based security policies. One key control is AC-2 account management, which requires organizations to define and enforce structured role-based access control policies, ensuring that employees only receive system permissions based on their job responsibilities. A healthcare provider implementing this control may establish automated role-based access policies for patient data management systems, ensuring that medical staff only access the information necessary for their roles. Another key control is PM-4, Plan of Action and Milestones process, which mandates that organizations assign specific security responsibilities to designated personnel, ensuring that cybersecurity risks are actively tracked, mitigated, and resolved in a structured manner. A financial services firm implementing this control may require security teams to document cybersecurity tasks, assign risk mitigation responsibilities, and track progress on security compliance initiatives. Cybersecurity role clarification also aligns with IA-4, Identifier Management, which requires organizations to assign and manage unique user identities based on role-based security policies, ensuring that system access is controlled and monitored according to defined cybersecurity responsibilities. This control ensures that organizations implement structured identity and access management (IAM) frameworks, preventing unauthorized access and reducing the risk of insider threat. A multinational technology company implementing this control may deploy automated identity lifecycle management tools, ensuring that user roles, permissions, and access rights are continuously updated based on employment status and security responsibility. These controls can be adapted based on organizational size, industry, and cybersecurity maturity. A small business may implement basic security role assignments, ensuring that employees receive minimal system access, and follow structured cybersecurity policies. A large enterprise may deploy automated security role enforcement frameworks, AI-driven identity management solutions, and real-time access monitoring tools to ensure that cybersecurity roles and responsibilities remain dynamically aligned with business objectives. Organizations in highly regulated industries such as finance, healthcare, and government contracting may require structured cybersecurity job descriptions, continuous security role audits, and executive-level cybersecurity role accountability frameworks to ensure compliance with industry regulations and national security requirements. Auditors assess cybersecurity role and responsibility clarification by reviewing whether organizations have structured, documented, and continuously enforced cybersecurity governance policies that define and assign security roles across all business functions. They evaluate whether organizations implement structured security training programs, enforce role-based security policies, and integrate cybersecurity responsibilities into corporate performance evaluations. If an organization fails to define or enforce cybersecurity role assignments, auditors may issue findings highlighting gaps in cybersecurity accountability, weak enforcement of security policies, and failure to align cybersecurity risk management efforts with business priorities. To verify compliance, auditors seek specific types of evidence. Cybersecurity role assignment documentation and job-specific security policies demonstrate that organizations formally define and enforce cybersecurity responsibilities across all departments. Role-based security access reports and identity management system logs provide insights into whether organizations enforce structured access control policies, ensuring that employees only receive system privileges based on their designated security roles. Cybersecurity training records and security performance evaluations show whether organizations actively educate employees on their cybersecurity responsibilities and integrate security governance into enterprise-wide performance management frameworks. A compliance success scenario could involve a financial institution that undergoes an audit and provides evidence that cybersecurity role assignments are fully documented, with structured security governance policies, continuous employee cybersecurity awareness training, and automated access control enforcement frameworks. Auditors confirm that security responsibilities are clearly defined, cybersecurity policies are consistently enforced, and security governance remains aligned with regulatory compliance requirements. In contrast, an organization that fails to assign cybersecurity responsibilities, neglects role-based security training, or lacks structured cybersecurity governance policies may receive audit findings for poor cybersecurity accountability, weak security enforcement, and failure to integrate security role management into enterprise-wide governance frameworks. Organizations face multiple barriers in ensuring cybersecurity role and responsibility clarification. One major challenge is lack of structured security role documentation, where organizations fail to define cybersecurity job functions, leading to inconsistent enforcement of security responsibilities and confusion over security governance structures. Another challenge is failure to integrate cybersecurity roles into enterprise performance management, where organizations do not assess or track cybersecurity responsibilities as part of employee evaluations, leading to low engagement with security policies. A final challenge is overlapping or redundant security role assignments, where organizations fail to streamline security governance structures, leading to inefficiencies in cybersecurity operations and weak coordination between security teams and business units. Organizations can overcome these barriers by developing structured cybersecurity role governance frameworks, integrating security responsibilities into enterprise job functions, and leveraging AI-driven identity and access management solutions, investing in role-based access control automation, structured cybersecurity governance documentation, and continuous security role training programs ensures that organizations dynamically assign, track, and enforce cybersecurity responsibilities across all business functions. Standardizing cybersecurity role assignment methodologies across departments, subsidiaries, and external business partners ensures that security responsibilities are consistently applied, reducing exposure to cyber threats and strengthening enterprise-wide cybersecurity resilience. By embedding cybersecurity role and responsibility clarification into enterprise governance frameworks, organizations enhance security governance, improve regulatory compliance, and ensure sustainable cybersecurity risk management in an evolving cyber threat landscape. That wraps up today's discussion on framework. Don't stop here. Head over to cyberauthor.me to explore more cybersecurity topics and discover a best-selling book covering NIST and other critical cyber frameworks. Please like, rate, and review this episode on Apple and Spotify. Until next time, remember that knowledge is power.